bridges those differences. My desire is to help you make the most of your mic, whatever it may be, and connect with those receiving your message. Along the way, I hope you will realize the unparalleled power of successful communication, even as you practice it more productively, passionately, and potently. And let me assure you, I will be learning right along with you. You see, for the past few months, I have been preaching in an empty church sanctuary due to the need to limit human contact and shelter at home in order to prevent the perpetuation of the COVID-19 virus. Just as the global pandemic has touched and altered all facets of human life, so too has it required church to marry technology with tenacity in order to create connections, facilitate corporate worship across the countless screens, lift up one another in prayer, and experience sermons intended to empower, equip, and enhance our faith during these calamitous times. Prior to the pandemic at the Potter's House, we would often stream live services and provide video archives of past services and sermons for our global online congregation. In many ways, though, our electronic capabilities and internet offerings seemed ancillary, if not peripheral, to in-person participation for the thriving community actively involved in our main church and affiliated sister churches. Then our awareness of the virus descended and changed everything. We maximized our technical capacity for reaching out, connecting, and communicating as a church body. Small groups began meeting with Zoom for their Bible studies, and social media became the method of reaching out to those in need. Overnight, our online audience increased by 200%. The coronavirus amplified the power of the microphone, and I was not about to let it drop. I was bombarded with requests for interviews, overwhelmed by personal calls and texts from people wanting my opinions on how to function in the pandemic, and sought by pastors and ministry leaders for counsel on conducting their services and meetings. All that sustained us was our words. We had no vaccine or distribution plans for vaccinations. No one knew what to do, where to turn, or exactly what to believe. A reporter interviewing me from a well-known conservative station asked how I prayed for our nation. Another journalist from a liberal news outlet engaging me on the pandemic asked if I would pray for the nation and our world on the spot. Feeling a responsibility to use my platform to combat the contagion, I invited doctors, scientists, medical experts, and the Surgeon General from our state to address my online viewers with critical information about how to prevent the spread of the virus and how to proceed if they had been exposed or were experiencing symptoms. I also asked psychologists, counselors, and therapists to advise us on how to maintain our mental health by keeping depression, anxiety, fear, and anger at bay. Financial advisors and employment coaches also participated. Words were our most powerful weapon as we sought to educate ourselves and each other about the scientific specifics of this unprecedented virus. Words became our lifelines against loneliness and isolation as we endured separation from loved ones, co-workers, community members, and church family. This crisis left our nation more separated than ever before. We could not leave our homes, shake hands, or hug loved ones and friends. We grieved alone, struggled alone, died alone. Working from home, we had to learn to command an audience online while our kids cried for more cereal.